Like the politics we should save for the main hour long.
Right now we got the world.
Like the politics we should save for the main hour long.
Right now we got the world.
Like the politics we should save for the main hour long.
Right now we got the
You having fun? I'm having fun.
Like the politics we should save for the main.
We got
Hold
6
on.
minutes.
Right now we got
Time or just us?
The politics we should save for
Time is
the
it?
main.
We got
Hold
6
on.
minutes.
Right now we got
Time or just us?
The politics we should save for the main.
We got
Hold
6
on.
minutes.
right now we got
Time or just us?
The politics we should save for the main.
We got
Hold
6
on.
minutes.
right now we got
Time or just us?
The politics we should save for the main.
We got 6
Hold on.
minutes.
Hillary story.
right now we got
Time or just us?
The politics we should save for the main.
We got 6 minutes.
Hillary story.
right now we got
Time or just us?
The politics we should save for the main.
We got 6 minutes.
Hillary story.
right now we got
Time or just us?
Hillary Clinton.
The politics we should save for the main. We got 6 minutes.
Hillary story.
right now we got
Time or just us?
Hillary Clinton.
The politics we should save for the main. We got 6 minutes.
Hillary story.
right now we got
Time or just us?
Hillary Clinton.
The politics we should save for the main.
It sounds
We
like
got 6 minutes.
Hillary story.
Time or just us?
Hillary Clinton.
The politics we should save for the main.
it sounds
We
like
got 6 minutes.
Hillary story.
Time or just us?
Hillary Clinton.
The politics we should save for the main.
it sounds
We
like
got 6 minutes.
It's
you think?
Hillary story.
Time or just us?
Hillary Clinton.
The politics we should save for the main.
It sounds
We
like
got 6 minutes.
It's
spooky. You think?
Hillary Clinton. The politics we should save for the main.
I
It
tell you what,
sounds
dude,
like
We got 6 minutes.
it's,
are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and go live on
You
this.
think?
I tell
it
you what,
sounds
dude,
like
oh man, are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and go live on this. This is crazy. Scotty, if you're listening, if you can,
it sounds like
Luke, are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and go live on this. This is crazy. Kind of crazy. Scotty, if you're listening, but what's going on in our head?
it sounds like
Luke, are you ready? I'm gonna go ahead and go live. This is crazy. Scotty, if you're listening,
I just want to add to it. You know,
it
like,
sounds like
Bad
this is
radio.
crazy.
I just want to add to it.
It sounds
Bad
this is
radio.
crazy.
I just want to add to it.
It sounds
Bad
this is
radio.
crazy.
I didn't do it.
what is going on?
It sounds
Bad
this is
radio.
crazy.
What is going on?
It sounds
Bad
this is
radio.
crazy.
What is going on?
it's going to be showing me calling you a fucking retard.
It's okay. It's the beginning of our show.
You mirror effect it, you dumbass. Echo, echo, echo. Meaning I would go testing. 30 seconds later, this plays testing. Then you go, what the hell? What the hell?
We started doing it.
Don't lie.
Didn't we? Didn't we? Didn't we?
Are you watching it? Are you watching it from your phone?
No.
Really? She's another you. She's just doing something else. Not fucking show related. It's a good thing this is the night show because I can do this.
It's show related. Everything is show related. I can
Okay,
turn anything
Mike.
into a show.
Golly. You could mess up a cup of water. You and Redneck Steph. What are y'all doing? Mike, I still see you humping behind me, you freaking retard.
You're live.
I don't care. You're a friggin' retard. Why would you enter your show like this? Congratulations, everybody. We are live.
What is this? The world
DJ Scotty is taking over the radio station because Mike could not figure out how to keep Butterfingers off of the Butterfinger. Why would you key me up on your show knowing I'm going to talk? So anyways, we're going to have the world according to Scott. Mike is the loser, and he has made y'all's night show become very awkward because he's standing behind me fondling himself.
That is not fondling.
Oh my God.
Wait a second. In theory, though, we've already done that to Mike on the show, so it can't be any less disturbing now.
Yeah, right.
So what are you doing now?
I'm trying to fix what you've messed up.
Stop.
Here's what I have learned. Mike and Bubbles, they go everywhere. Mike and computers, they go everywhere. So, hey, can I give this to you now so I can go do what I want to do?
World according to Mike.
The world was, according to Mike, the world was messed up.
Well,
because of Mike.
that is Mike's world.
Next time you need something, call me. Don't let me get it from the other guy who's
I was-
ratting you out.
Rat.
Rat. Yeah, I know. I was- I know. I was trying to get word to him. Hey, it's World According to Mike. We're back. We're 2 minutes into the insults already. Thank God I have thick skin because Scotty's an asshole. La mia. That's French, by the way. Hey, it's Military Mike. It's Wednesday night, May 11th. I'm here with my variable speed co-host. How are you?
I'm pudgy. How are you?
You're what?
I'm pudgy.
Pudgy. Wow. Most women don't say that kind of stuff about themselves.
Oh, all women do. They just don't say it in front of men.
Well, yeah, and then they go find a corner and suck their thumb and talk about how bad we are.
Pretty much.
Yeah,
And
or
then there's
At least
the
women I
question like,
date.
does this dress make me look fat? No, it's your big
Oh,
fat
your
ass.
fat ass makes you look fat. How about that? Jacob, how's that sound, brother man? And I wasn't trying to pick on you. Earlier today when I tried to call you, that was to pick on you, but tonight wasn't to pick on you. Tonight was to, yeah. So how are you, Jacob? Good. Just so everybody knows, I have no idea if he's answering me or not.
Not
All
at
right,
the moment,
hey,
but,
what? It's Wednesday night.
it's like the middle finger of the week.
Good point. I like that. The middle finger of the week. I would just like to start off tonight with kind of a factual statement. I really would. And that is, well, basically I do me.
I do me all the time.
Yeah. I just want and that's just because Scotty was down here trying to make me feel bad. Scotty in the morning show. If you guys don't pay attention to the morning show, it's a hell of a way to start your day, believe me. It's fast pace, and it's really funny because I'm not the target of his affection at all times because we have Redneck Steph on the show with us, and Redneck Steph can say some hugely what would you say, redneck stuff.
It's just redneck.
And so here lately, I've been really beginning. Oh, come on, Steph, do your own show. Do your own show. But now you can start to see it, and then you've been really.
I've been thinking about this all day.
Yeah.
How awesome
I think
the
I
redneck review would actually be.
I gotta tell you, she's got away with it. You know, we got the Monday night show is Ladies Talk with DJ Smiles, and of course, you know, she. If you ask me, she's the reason why we have 14.9 million views on the Facebook page, because she's beautiful. She married down. She married Scotty, and she's got her show on Monday nights, and then we've got Tech Talk, which Alex and I used to do as Guns and Gadgets, but now it's Tech Talk. I was kicked off. I periodically go on sabbatical. I get fired about every 4 to 5 months. So Alex last night, I know he had the mayor of Clarkston, or he was going to. I apologize. I got busy doing some other stuff, and I didn't have an opportunity to listen to the show. But he had brought up a lot of stuff about these new vaping deals that are, you know, the FDA is getting involved, the government's getting involved. The CDC is kind of like fabricating some of the.
If there's anything in this world that's fun, the government's going to get involved and tell you it's not good for you.
Why? They never really have gotten involved in the sex thing, though. I mean, as far as like, you know, you can't charge me at the house.
But
If I'm spanking the monkey at the house, you
do
can't.
you know how many antiquated laws there really are out there?
You know, if you're
about
just
all
gonna
of
if you're
that.
gonna throw words like that at me, you better mean it. That's all I got to say.
Okay, that was a big one. There are some really
Antiquated.
old laws.
You should have heard Redneck Steph this morning trying to say anals. I gotta say it the way she said. She said in the annals of history. I'm like, oh my god. And she was talking about something butt related or colon related. Hey, talk about that. I got my paperwork from the VA to get a colonoscopy done.
Fantabulous.
Yeah, when mentioning that to DJ Scotty, he said, oh, so they're going to be marking their territory. I was like, oh, boy. They put you to sleep for that, right?
Negative.
Oh, come on, Doc.
They don't. You do not go to sleep for that.
I thought that like
you're on radio. You know what it's like. They have a cameraman. They have lights.
That's porno. That's different. It's completely different, man. No, come on, seriously, they don't put you to sleep for that.
I believe you get a nerve block, maybe.
A nerve block?
Like
what? Like a martini? Couple of beers?
just until the wristwatch gets in.
Oh man, no. Now see, no. There's gonna have to be some rules. It's gonna have to be a safe word.
Like dinner and a movie first.
Oh God. Now I'm sweating. I swear to God, I'm sweating now. You have got me that nervous. I just got my paperwork from the VA. So all you disabled combat veterans like myself and variable speed over here, they're doing this new thing, man. It's a real big push for colonoscopies. This woman has been chewing me out every freaking day.
You know what? I think this is actually a study to find out why soldiers don't get butt hurt like civilians.
You
think?
I'll ask her tomorrow because God knows this doctor calls me every freaking day. She must get paid by the butt scope. I mean, because every day she calls me and asks me if I return the paperwork. But okay, so yeah, that's going to have to be a question because if I don't get knocked out, no, that's probably not. That's why I don't do enemas because that's just not going to happen while I'm awake without being strapped down. Which I'm cool with that too, you know. But the little ball gag thing. You slobber all over yourself. So I don't want to go there with that. But. All right. So you're finding out, please, Lord Jesus. Tell me you get knocked out. Come on. Somebody call in. The phone number here at the station while we're live is 678-760.
Oh, you become okay.
1556.
You get sedatives.
Okay. Sedatives might
they
work.
make you sleepy and relaxed to reduce the pain. So you're
great.
Wide awake. You
Great.
just can't do
Great.
anything about it.
I am freaking getting date raped. So, here, military, have this open glass of Jack and Coke.
What if they get paid by the foot?
What's that was disgusting. Yeah, military, here, have this open freaking glass of Jack and Coke. Why do I feel so sleepy?
Look, if I have
Hey,
to,
baby.
if I have to be awake for a pap smear, which by the way means poke and prod,
Oh,
then you should be awake for this. This is like the male version.
Wait. Why do we got to talk about lady squishy parts?
Because I have them.
That's a good point, right? Yeah. I'm going to carry them around. I get to talk about them. Isn't that weird that men have no problem talking about all the stuff that we go through, which isn't much compared to women. But whenever women talk about their squishy parts and their, preventive maintenance, whatever the hell you guys call it, guys get all squeamish. I look, I worked with women in the adult nightclubs, and I'm here to tell you, man, women are brutal. They are nothing like what the guys see, man. There's a big difference going on there.
Okay, you don't really get to see it because I cover up quite a bit for the show. I mean, I know I'm on radio and there's no point in hiding my boobs, but
You've got a great face for radio.
I've got a great face for radio. But I wore a dress the other day, and it was very cleavage revealing. Like
Cleavage revealing. So basically, when they ask the question,
the nipples were covered. That was pretty much about it.
so when they ask the question, if a tree falls in the woods and there's nobody there to hear it, does it make a noise? So I guess what you're saying is if your cleavage is covered up, is it really cleavage?
No, it's hidden. It's disappeared. But I had the girls like way the hell out yesterday. And Pat and I were driving around, and we had gone to Harley.
Well, there you go.
Of all places.
Yeah.
And
good place to bring the girls.
Well, the funniest thing is the guys refuse to look at me. Like they would turn around, and it's like, oh, she's with her husband. I'm not even going to look there.
Really?
And they would go walking around. And I had a 30-minute conversation with the two women that work there about boobs.
Really? Well, I'm designing the shirt. We're going to have, the World According to Mike shirt. It's got like the planet, the little thing I like about the planet rotating on the back. And mine will say, mine's going to say the same thing yours says. Basically, it's going to say, "Hey, my tits are down here," and it's because girls are always saying my eyes are up here, and so I just think it would be hilarious to have a shirt that says, "Hey, my tits are down here," and then have arrows pointing down right by my tits. That would, I know it's relatively twisted and probably really not that funny, but you know what? It's my show, and you can kiss my ass, everybody out there. How about that? Earlier today, we had a guy on the show, and wow, can't really remember his name. So I mean, you have to either go back and listen to it, or if you see it, and there's just that I behaved myself. I was a good guy today. I kept my mouth shut. I let Scotty pretty much do the interview and Steph, and I had a lot of things to say, and I didn't really say them. And so maybe I should get it off my chest during my show, which is going on right now. So
this was a mini thin.
A Gesundheit, yeah. Now I know he's got a lot of not a mini wafer, but a mini thin. Now look, I mean, I respect the dude. He's doing what he wants to do, and he's saying what he wants to say. But I get a little confused when I hear people say the stuff he was saying. And I'm not sure why it bothers me, but I have been thinking about it all day. But I just, you know what? Religion is one of those things where I think we're suffering in this country from it. Lack of, obviously. And to cuss and go wild. And hey, look, I mean, I know Jesus sat with the bad guys. He sat with the tax collectors. But to sit there and cuss and cuss and cuss and then go, hey, I'm a devout Christian. We should just let that part out. And then the other part is talking about other religions that you really don't know about. You said it eloquently before the show started about that. You had said something to the, and I'll let you repeat it, but it was about, take everything you've heard. And,
yeah, he pretty much took every joke he's ever heard about Muslim religion, and that's his Bible, that's his gospel.
Yeah, and that's what he was repeating, and it's unfortunate because you know what, I don't want to say, ignorance is a bad word, it's an ugly word, but I mean in reality it just means not knowing any better. So
there's going to be a day, not in my lifetime, but there is going to be a day where everybody realizes that all religions, every single one of them, go back to the same thing. The
I believe that,
the
yeah.
grassroots are all the same. We all are the same religion. Now, what's happened is there's people who said, okay, I interpret things this way. And other people, I interpret things this way. And they've broken off because of their different interpretations. But the basics are that we are all from the same religion.
Yeah. So I don't know. I'll get by it. I'll get by it. Hey, my boy Donald Trump, he's in the news. Hillary's in the news.
My two favorite people for the news.
Yeah, a lot of stuff going on locally. We're trying a little bit of a different format tonight, so hang with us. We're gonna try to do some scheduled breaks on time to honor our sponsors and whatnot. But when we come back, what do you want to talk about? You want to go ahead and jump into politics, or do you want to talk about the local stuff? Because, quite frankly, welcome to Moe's. I'm going to pick on Moe's. I'm sorry if you get.
Let's start local and go big.
There you go. I like the way that sounds. Let's start local and then go global, as Pauly Shore would say. Yeah, let's do that. What do you think? The World According to Mike with Variable Speed, the honorable co-host that believes that when her cleavage is covered up, it doesn't exist. Hey, we'll be right back.
It literally doesn't. Like right now, you wouldn't believe I had huge boobs.
All right, so that was good. You see what I'm saying? Is that way, like I don't get stuck on that.
Oh yeah.
And probably get riled up.
The mini breaks break up the topics. That's
Yeah, well, and then we don't keep doing it.
yeah. You'll
Oh, not Madonna.
scrape the floor with his ass.
Woo.
Who was
Call
it? What's
him
it?
back, Mike. What is this? Makeup wants to. Oh, there you go. Shut up with the freaking religion stuff. That's my bag. Hey, Jacob, seriously, do you want me to call this guy back? Let me know. To call him back, but you know it's not going to be pretty because I'm going to challenge him on some stuff. Talk local news here. Let's see if I can. Get the music's pumping. Uh-oh.
Don't break anything. Don't say uh-oh in the middle of a show. You can't say uh-oh. There's no uh-oh in this.
Yeah, really.
You pulling up the Moe's?
Well, I thought.
Mm-hmm.
And that way it'll be. See what I'm getting at?
Mm-hmm.
And then, oh my God, look at that middle school. What is going on?
Our clerk shot. Only been there a week.
Yeah, did you hear about the that Mercedes?
I thought I saw something that said the impact was so hard
Look at that.
that it broke the concrete.
How fast was she? From what I understand. All right, let me see if I can find them. All right, let's get back on this. Yeah, that's all that devil worshiping music. I'm not going to listen to that. Hey, it's the world according to Mike. It's Military Mike. I'm here with my variable speed co-host.
On slow speed today.
Are you on slow speed?
Well, I'm practically on rewind.
Oh, that's kind of cool, I guess.
No, it's like Groundhog Day. It sucks. I'm gonna get up and do this shit again tomorrow.
I know. Oh my God, that's funny. Because yeah, every day when you're a disabled combat vet, it's like Groundhog's Day. Somebody today called in the morning show, and of course, I think everybody knows that I'm retired. And because I had made a joke about get a job or you don't have a job or something like that, and they got a little testy, and they said, "Oh, my job pay for your, my job because I got a job, I'm paying for you." Well, yeah, theoretically, I guess you are, but the point of the matter is, until you've deployed, shut your hole.
Pretty much.
Yeah. Okay, so
how smart is Spectrum?
Hey,
you get the fastest
how
internet
smart
at 60.
Spectrum is, and you can just stop it there, WSB, with your
automatically playing videos.
Autoplay. We said we were going to start locally, and being that the secret Just for Fun Radio Network's super uber secret studio is located in Conyers, Georgia, I thought it would be a good idea. And you know what? I would really, if we can, their variable speed.
Mm-hmm.
If we can kind of keep an eye on this, I know we do on the morning show, but I would like to keep an eye on it for our show.
Mm-hmm.
Is if you scored low on a health inspection, and if you're local or Atlanta or anything else like that, can we make a little note of that during the week and talk about them?
Absolutely.
Because quite frankly, I will destroy your business if you don't care enough about it to score well. Now, you know what, DJ Scotty, he's such a nice guy. Okay. One, he gets beat up by people that say, quit making Rockdale County sound so bad. And I'm the guy over there going, well, maybe Rockdale County should quit screwing up. Then, so he takes it on the chin. He's a politician. He's very well known. He's not going to go many places with Scotty where people don't know him. So he's got to kind of play the nice guy. But then at night, the world according to Mike, especially on Wednesday nights, I don't have to. And I'm an everyday kind of guy. And guess what? I've eaten at this Moe's. This is literally
just down the road from
5-10 minutes from where we are sitting right now. And it's right on the corner. It's very accessible to get in and out. I can tell you right now that location has been there for quite some time. And welcome to Moe's. They got a 57.
57.
You know what? At what point, and this may be something interesting, at what point do the health inspectors just go, lock that door?
This is like as bad as Afghanistan food right here.
57. Now, didn't you say you've recently ate there and didn't fare well?
I didn't make it past paying the check, to be honest with you.
Really?
No, Pat, the last Wednesday we didn't have a show, but the Wednesday before, this is where the same place that Pat and I ate.
Okay.
And we usually get up here in Conyers because it's a long drive for me to get here. So we get up here about 4:30.
Right.
So we had dinner at that Moe's, and before we even finished to get up. It was killing me. And it
Wow.
killed me. And I'm glad that I had like an hour before coming here to the show so that I didn't have to wreck this place.
Yeah, you can fart bubbles here. It doesn't bother me. But you know what? And Scotty's such a nice guy. You should hear him on the morning show. He's like, they could have came in at just at that one particular time or right before they opened, before they cleaned up. Okay, look, I'm not a politician.
It's a repeat violation that they're having here.
Yeah, I'm going to go ahead and tell you right now, places like this, there is one person in this building that is fully and completely responsible for this kind of stuff. And it's the manager.
Mm-hmm.
I have ran numerous bars, numerous restaurants. I've never ran a fast food place. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
I've never ran like a McDonald's or a Burger King or a Moe's or something like that. I've always ran either a restaurant, which was like a specialty, like Italian food or something, sit down dining facility, or I've ran bars. And generally, I've ran bowling centers too. Okay. And that's
completely different, though.
But here, let me tell you something. There's a young lady, and I wish she was listening. I know she moved to the Midwest. Her name is Brenda, and she was my food and beverage manager. And she said, "Hey, look, the health inspector notified they're going to be coming by in the next week or two." I said, "Okay, so we'll be scoring 100, right?" And she looked at me with almost tears in her eyes and said, "Nobody scores 100 ever. Nobody." I said, "Well, we will." I said, "You tell me what you need." And by doing that, what I did was put the pressure back on her, and I said, "Hey, here's all the stuff you need. Here's people, chemicals, whatever. We're scoring 100. So if we didn't score 100, then I wanted her to take responsibility. That makes sense?
That perfect sense.
Okay. So we scored 100, and it was so funny because I faxed it over to my boss. And he said, "Nobody scores 100. I said, "Well, we do."
You faked it.
We do. And you know why? And this goes all to Brenda and her staff over there at the time. And I had a great assistant manager who went back and checked and made sure after my rants, she'd go back and go, "Okay, y'all know he's crazy." So her name was Janelle. So look, when you score 100, that means everywhere they look, there's nothing wrong.
Right.
And these people, these inspectors, they know. It's not like it's their first day on the job. It's not like they have no experience. These people know what to look for and where to look, and they are looking for violations.
You can't sweep crumbs under the rug. They know which rug to look under.
Right. Okay, so what is the one thing really in a restaurant that, look, if the floors are dirty or the tables aren't wiped down, got it. I'll blow it off. But come on, when you're not keeping the food at the right temperature, that just means you're going to slop it on a grill, do this, do that, give it to me. I'm going to go home and I'm going to get sick. And being that the reason we didn't do a show last week is because I had some undercooked chicken wings.
Mm-hmm.
Now you're hitting me where it counts, right above the balls, right in the stomach.
Rent a dinner.
Yeah. Come on, man. A 57. Jeez.
That's awful.
Yeah. And it says here, a customer who had just bought takeout. Now, Carol Sabarge, believe it or not, Carolina and I are friends on Facebook. Carol's been around for Channel 2 WSB. She's been around for a very long time in the Atlanta area. She's a sweetheart. She's a beautiful woman as well. She was the one who got this story, which is really strange. But this one customer told Carol that she was very disappointed. Her name was Annette Austin. It's not the kind of thing you want to hear after you just spent $30-something. Come on now.
You can read that sticker as you're walking through the window. Or walking through the door. It's right there, right there before you order your food. There, the paperwork is always right there. I look for that.
Yeah, there's you know what's funny is I used to never, but here in the last year and a half, because in the morning show, we about once or twice a week we go over the scores. And the morning show, being on the morning show and watching it come up on the monitor and either being a part of the story or reading the story or someone discussing the story, now you guys have freaking freaked me out. And now I'm looking at these things. And if I go in someplace and it's got a low score And to me, a low score is anything under 80.
Yeah.
If it says 7 anything on it, there's a chance I'm probably not going to eat.
Well, yeah, there's a place in Morrow that we would like to go. It's a Steak and Shake. We would like to go and eat there because, we've got all the other stuff in Griffin, but we don't have a Steak and Shake. So we get up there and it's like, yay, let's go to Steak and Shake. We see it, we go in, and I forget because it's so long the last time I've been in there. It's been so long that I forget that when you open up the door, it smells like a homeless man. So I don't even get past the door. It's like, oh, yeah, that's
a beautiful thing. I've never thought about that.
That is why we don't go to that particular store. I mean, you could do something about that. Seriously.
I wonder if there's
like an air freshener, guys.
I wonder if there's a thing on the health inspection. Restaurant smells like a homeless person.
It smells deeply of urine and unbathed body odor. It's disgusting.
That's a beautiful thing. That's a good
and you want me to come
category.
in there and eat?
Yeah,
No.
but you know what? I used to really like Steak and Shake. Now you've got me dead scared.
Just at this one. Just the one store. I'm pretty sure there's a homeless guy that goes in there and sleeps at night. I don't know.
All right. Well, here, real quick, let me go ahead and continue the slam and we'll move on. But when Carol went to the Rockdale County Mo's, she noticed right away that the restaurant was still posting the 82 that they had. So they got a 57, and that's the score that was supposed to be up. But obviously, the manager was like, we're not going to put that up right now, I guess, which is, yeah. That kind of makes me, when people cut me off in traffic, do you know why I get mad?
Because you can't shoot them
Well, you can't, I can shoot them.
legally.
No. Why I get mad is because that individual does not have the right to put my life in danger. That's
Right.
what I look at. When I'm by myself, I'm a nut job in my car. If I got my kids, forget it. I'll just let it slide. But the other day, somebody cut me off huge. I mean, cut me off to where I slammed on my brakes, almost slid sideways on the expressway. And it was all just so this knucklehead could cross 3 lanes. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, man, what gives him the right to put me in that position? Okay, enough about that crap. So she was supposed to have the 57 posted, and she left the 82 up, which of course she's going to say, oh, I just haven't done it yet. Yeah, right. Okay. So Carol tried to talk with the manager, and she was told that she was too busy to talk. Man, come on now. Mo's corporate.
Too busy. Why did she eat at Mo's?
Couldn't
Couldn't come out of the office.
come out of the crapper. The crapper. Oh man, I got to tell you about this new show I'm watching too. Okay, so the Mo's corporate office sent Carol Sparge a statement saying the Mo's in Conyers, Georgia is taking this health inspection score seriously and is taking extensive measures to address and correct all violations. The safety of our guest is a top priority. Look at the Mo's! Yeah, apparently not. So, how are you?
Well, I don't want a taco.
God, I do. Always.
I just love the way they name their stuff, like a home wrecker. That's what Pat gets every time, a home wrecker.
Yeah, he does.
First thing he says is, "I want the beans." I'm like, and that's why it's called a home wrecker.
Oh my God.
This thing is like 20 pounds of gas.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's good stuff.
It's a good thing they don't give you like Mo's matches on the way out.
You know what I got to play with the other day that I haven't got to play with in a long time?
I'm
Easy.
not
This
gonna
is
go
a
there.
kid show. What you call? As soon as I said that, I knew I should have shut up. That's terrible. Stick matches.
How smart is Spectrum?
Hey,
You get
I don't care about how smart Spectrum is. Stop that auto start play thing. I got to play with stick matches. When was the last time we got to play with stick match? Wooden matches. I didn't even know they made them still.
Yeah.
I thought they stopped that because you can take that stuff and you just kind of hit it with a little brass hammer or something, and you break
That's
that-
why
that-
they still make them.
that stuff off of the end there that strikes. Now I noticed that they didn't have the little white part on there, which I imagine is probably some type of phosphorus or something. I noticed it's just you got to do it on the little scratchy side. Isn't this amazing? We have $1 million worth of equipment. We're talking about stupid ass freaking wooden matches, but I was like having fun with them. I was flicking them. I gave my dog one. I was like, Cecilia, come here. And she came over to me. I said, you ever seen a match burn twice? And stupid dog fell for it. Whatever.
Mike.
What?
Shut up.
Yeah. God, getting it from my co-host. Hey, how about this story, huh? How about this one? This is
This one had me bouncing
yeah.
off of the wall.
Yeah, if you want me to hurt somebody, you just tell me this headline. Grandson with special needs hung by a belt as punishment. Now, this came out a couple days ago, and I think everybody talked about it, but we weren't here last week, so I didn't get your take on it. I know generally most soldiers have the same feeling about hurting children. And that's kind of like, if you hurt children, I'm going to hurt you, that kind of thing.
They don't even have to be our kids, except for like Walmart. You're allowed to trip them.
Oh, yeah, I do that.
The ones at Walmart, that's totally different. You can trip them all day long. It's not really hurting them. It's more like teaching them a lesson about adulthood.
Wow.
But this.
Scotty, I can see you playing with this. Scotty has remotely dialed in to the computer. And he's probably playing music or something. And I just think that we're doing the show live. He's probably playing, yeah,
He cut us off a long time ago.
He cut us off. He's probably playing commercials or something like that. He's scrolling around. He's playing some chess. Looks like, what is that, Tetris? He's doing moo sounds. Oh, that's a scary thing.
Did you ever find out why this child was hung by his belt loops?
Gosh, their variable speed doesn't matter.
No, it really doesn't.
I've done some crazy mean stuff to my kids as jokes. I mean, I've thrown them up in the air
if
purposely.
They are my children, that is my prerogative. If they are mine to screw up, I made them. I can break them. That's mine.
Yeah.
If I were to go to a school and find my child hanging by anything, article of clothing, physical being, I don't care. If my child is dangling off of the floor, I am going to throat punch the nearest teacher.
Let's go with this too. Now this child has special needs. I don't know the extent, but it says child with special needs. Okay, so let's say that DFAX shows up at the house, the grandmother's house, and this child is hanging by his belt off the living room wall. What do you think is going to happen?
He's going to get hauled off and put into a children's home.
But yet, a teacher, and the school says it's disciplining the teacher and the parapro along with another teacher. Yeah, can you say okay, we're going to Georgia. We're going to go see a judge on this one. So all right, so you're ready to spread out? You ready to are we going a little bit further now with the news?
How much further do you want to go, Mike?
Oh, watch it. Hey, what's the deal with everybody shooting each other? Is that just not the coolest thing ever?
It's the start of the apocalypse.
You think?
I'm hoping, because I've got a list.
What did somebody say the other day? I'm making my list for the they got me laughing now. What the hell's the thing, for the 24 hours when we can kill everybody?
Oh, the purge.
Purge, that's what it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, this guy goes, this guy was looking at somebody and he goes, you're on my list. And the guy said, for what? And he goes, when the purge. Like,
when the purge hits.
Oh my God, that's funny. I'm going to start using that when people piss me off. I'm going to go, you're on the list.
I'm just going to take out a pad of paper and just write their name down and a short description.
Carry a little pad of paper. That'll be a beautiful thing. I'm going to be, I'm writing your name down. They're going to be, for what? I'm going to go, you're on the list. What do you know this for? And I'm going to look them right in the eyes and do that whole, the purge. And they're going to go, oh man, this dude has he's lost it. which is cool with me. I'm okay. Uh-oh. Yeah, this could always be dangerous. Here we go. Thank you for calling Just for Fun Radio. This is The World According to Mike. You're speaking with Military Mike, the man, the myth, the legend.
In his own mind.
Yeah, well, it's mine.
Good evening, sir.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
I'm doing well.
Hey, let me ask you a question.
And if the purge was to happen tomorrow, well, it can't happen tomorrow because I'm in North Carolina.
And it's after 7.
Yeah. So if it happens, say, Friday when I'm back in Atlanta,
Uh-huh.
and the purge happens, I'm making sure that I go to Moe's because there'll be nobody going in there.
How does that make you feel? Just out of curiosity, as just a regular everyday guy, now you're reading and hearing about this on radio shows, that a restaurant that more than likely you have participated in their meals got a 57.
That's pretty sad. I worked at North Lake Hilton. I think it's like a Holiday Inn now, right there at Lewiston 285. Worked in their restaurant, and I watched the busboys drop pans of food, scoop it back up, take the pan back into the kitchen, wait a minute, and then walk right back out with the same pan.
Guys, it's a 3-second rule.
Oh, come on now. That's when you're dealing with your own food.
That is true. And actually, I think Scott's first wife, the place that he met her at, got shut down because of a bad score.
Prison?
And then the place after that was some Hispanic restaurant right there at Indian Trail and 29. They actually leveled the building after that place.
Jesus.
How bad do you have to be? I mean, like, seriously, how bad does it have to be to get a 57?
Well, I mean,
It's pretty, I mean,
and
these
you know,
are
you would
people that want $15 an hour for
yeah,
what?
but okay, but look, has any? I've dealt with these people, and generally, if it's something that you can clean up, like right then, they'll just go ahead, clean that up. Okay, and you can clean it up. You can wipe it down. You can do this. You can do that. If it's something that they literally have to give you like up to 30 days to fix, they're going to write it down to CYA themselves, which I understand that. But here's the point I'm trying to make is that it is a franchise. This is a national franchise with managers and assistant managers and department heads.
GMs. And
Yeah, and DMs and all this other stuff that go through training. This, you know what? You don't have more French fries on hand than Moe's wants you to have on hand. You see, you got par levels and all this other stuff, your liquor, all that junk. But here's the deal: is that it's just somebody not doing their job.
This is a broken.
a lot of somebody's.
Okay, and let me explain something to you. And Jeff, you know about Conyers. This could be the end of Moe's. Yeah,
in Conyers.
Yeah, in Conyers. I'm telling you, that's the way the people are around here, and I really don't blame them. I'm becoming one of those people, is that when somebody gets a really crappy score like that,
I'm not going back.
I'm not going back. You see what I'm saying?
Because all they have to do is keep it clean enough for the one day that the inspector comes, and then they'll go right back to their bad habits.
And, I don't really think they do surprise visits. I don't know. I know that in the bars that I worked in and the restaurants that I worked in, we always knew they were coming. They always called us.
Yep. And it's going to be really hard for them to break this bad habit of leaving food where it's not getting cold enough. And they're not the ones that are suffering. It's every person that walks through that door that has absolutely no idea that is going to have to deal with that.
And on top of that, let's think about this.
And they only have one bathroom.
You know that everything in there is just pre-packaged for quick cooking. And I mean, come on, it's not like they're freaking preparing a gourmet meal at Moe's.
I don't know. That wrong Doug is pretty damn good. I'm all about that wrong Doug.
Yeah.
Yeah, that happened to me. Sonics, I think it was. My ex-wife came up to work on a Saturday. I couldn't get out, just running crazy. So she was going up, brought my daughter up, and Stopped at Sonic's, grabbed us some food, ate dinner or ate lunch, got home that night, was sick as a dog all night, just felt nauseous. And then like about a month later, she had a staff meeting when she got off, drove right by Sonic, stopped, picked up dinner for the night, took a bite of it, and then actually looked down because it just tasted weird. Solid freaking pink, barely brown on the outside.
Now look, I'm not gonna lie to you. I mean, I've lived in Europe and around the world, and I've eaten raw hamburger, tartare is what it's called, and with an egg on it and stuff like that. But here's the deal: is it's clean. You see what I'm saying? It's
not like that pink mist crap they throw on a grill down here.
It's clean, and the reason why they serve you a raw ground beef like that is because of the meat. It's a good quality of meat and everything else, and because you're getting the flavor. But to get something like those chicken wings I got last week, absolutely right. Same thing, man. Took a bite of it and just went, man, I don't know, you know?
Yeah, I took it back up to them and it's like, you know what, it was like a 10, 15-minute drive for me to get there. But I still drove up there to tell them because I had gotten sick. My daughter that day had eaten off the same hamburger, taken a bite off of it. She was sick most of the night, and that's the only place it could have come from.
Isn't that
I went back up and told the guy about it. I'm sorry, sir. Here, let me get you another one. He comes back and pretty much brought me a hamburger exactly the same as the one I got. Wasn't even cooked. I mean, he couldn't have gone back for not even 30 seconds and comes back out with one.
Well, you know, it used to be a while back that there was some in a Sicilian family like me. There's an honor in preparing food for others.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I'm Sicilian from Sicily.
Oh, I thought you were Asian.
You wish I was.
No, he's just a tired Sicilian.
Yeah. No, you wish you were short and slim.
Yeah, I'm not a jank. I'm a chunk. So hope I'm not offending anybody. Yeah, right. You know, there's an honor in preparing food for other people. You know, it's a thing about preparing nutrition and stuff. I think now, especially just like you said a minute ago, Jeff, these people want $15 an hour. They don't care. No. They don't care. They just want money.
There's no pride in anything.
Yeah, they just want money. They're just going to slop it out. But you know, it's got a lot to do with the establishment too, because remember when like McDonald's used to time? I know Arby's still does it. And if the time from the time you order until the time they clear that screen, if it's more than 2 minutes, you know, somebody's going to, heads will roll. And we're all sitting there going, hey, great. Things are going fast through the drive-through. But the reality of the matter is
the quality is suffering.
I went up to the Taco Bell by my job for lunch one day. I don't eat out a lot. It just gets too expensive for me. But I walked in and they had this challenge on a dry erase board right there at the counter between the drive-through and the counter to see who people could get out the quickest. And I think they had, the time was like 3 minutes and 40 seconds or something like that was written up there. And so I'm standing there and I walked out when I got my food. I was like, hey, so y'all might want to change your board there. But what do you mean? I said, well, I've been standing here for 7 minutes and 50 seconds and this guy was here before me. He's still waiting on his food. So there's no way you're going to make that 3 minute, 40 second mark. Literally 7 minutes and 50 seconds. And there was only two of us standing there.
Yeah.
The guy before me and then me. And it's like just.
Well, you know, they got all sorts of ways of cheating it. I watch people at Arby's, they take the order and they still haven't filled it. And the manager's over there hitting the screen, canceling it out. Because, you know, they print it on a little piece of paper and stick it by a piece of tape. Hey, what's the difference between the VA folks just disapproving everybody's application for, you know, for appointments and going, hey, I ran through 400 people today. Yeah, you didn't serve anybody, but yeah, you're right. You did.
We had 400 scheduled patients. We canceled them all, but
yeah, you know,
exactly.
Yeah, I think that's what's going on. But is it us? Seriously, is it us? Are we allowing this to occur with the people that are working?
We are.
That's what I think.
Our generation I think our generation is the last generation to have any kind of pride in work that they do. And even that's starting to fade because we're seeing how much everybody else is getting away with.
Well, it does take a lot of work, and you and I have both had people working for us. All three of us right now have all had people working for us, and it is a pain in the butt to get people to do their jobs.
90% of the reason I stay a pissed off veteran is because other people are standing in my way from getting things accomplished.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
absolutely.
And I've been fortunate for about. I mean, I've got. My master assembler's been with me 17 years. My receiving manager's been there 13 years. The next guy, Pee Wee, he's been only with us for about 4 years, but he acts like he's been there 20.
Yeah,
I got some really good guys, and we're pushing out the volume of business with just the 5 of us that I did back when we had 13 of us.
Yeah,
and it's just the quality of people.
Yeah,
it's the quality of people I got that. They care about what they do. They try hard to do it right. They try hard to do it quick. And you don't find that from any. Everybody is just give me the world America owes me.
Yeah, the entitlement issue. Hey, listen, Jeff,
Exactly.
We got to go to a commercial, buddy.
Well, and I got to scoot. The wife was calling me. She's probably
Tell her I love her.
Answering it. When I'm in another state in the hotel and I don't answer the phone, she's probably worried.
I don't blame her.
Yeah, but she also knows that you're in the studio running, so that I'm safe.
So she's safe.
I got one for you though. I was driving up here, got off at of course I had to bring a delivery truck out because I got furniture to pick up, but so I don't text and drive, but I will voice text. So I have voice texted her saying, "I'm at my exit. I'll call you when I get in the hotel." And a few minutes later, I get a reply back from her saying, "So you're at Dina's and you'll call me when you're in jail." What? And I look down at it and the text, because I normally check it before I send it, but the light turned green. I had to drive, so I just sent it. And I look down at it. It says, "I'm at my ex's. I'll call you when I'm in jail."
I love it.
Like,
series of bitch.
It is.
She is.
Well,
Oh,
have
she
a
hates
great
me.
night.
All right. Thanks for calling. We'll talk with you later. Hey, when we get back from our break, we'll talk some national news maybe, and we'll pick on Hillary. That ought to be like a weekly thing.
We gotta make a name for that.
Yeah. Jeff, think about that. What would be a good thing, a weekly thing for me to pick on Hillary Clinton about?
I'll think about it.
All right.
Shouldn't take long.
Yeah, you're in a hotel room by yourself, right?
Yep.
All right. No drinking and masturbating. No drinking and masturbating. Promise me.
You got half of it right.
Yeah.
So we'll let you figure the other part out.
All right.
Take care, guys.
All right. See you.
Bye.
Hey, it's the World According to Mike with variable speed. And we'll be back in just a minute. And we're going to talk about some national kind of stuff, like maybe, I don't know, those knuckleheads running for president. We'll be back in just a few.
It's going pretty smooth today, I think.
Yeah.
Feels just natural.
Yeah.
You know.
Freaking viewer.
We're going to change it. Was it better when you had Alex talking with you here? I mean, you had his followers too.
And we're still live on YouTube. He was just kind of like helping. He was doing this for a while. I didn't get to see this graph over here. Sacrifice.
You're going to want a better looking co-host for that.
By no means are you to ever
wear a bikini? Okay, we got a good.
I'm not real happy with, however, last night. something. I don't know. Dying. Oh. That was my. I don't know what he did. He actually deleted my comment.
Yeah, I get that all the time. That's why I start my own pages, and I usually say the whatever the pages I just got kicked off. I started a new page with that name, and then just put without the butt hurt.
Oh my God! Actually deleted. There you go. Yeah. What do you think? I'll sacrifice an animal. No, I watch. I just have it on.
I've been listening to the morning show a lot. Well, the mornings that I wake up. I usually don't wake up until about 10 o'clock.
I don't either. I wake up on the show.
You're here.
Ever watch the whole?
It's hard for me to listen the whole time, and usually I get these looks from Pat like, "We gotta go."
Yeah. Pretty funny though.
It is funny.
It usually goes by really fast. I like this because the time doesn't talk a little bit more about a topic. Start talking too much about it.
Well, the topics change so rapidly; it's hard to keep track of what topic you're on.
Silliness.
Yeah.
I wonder how they were tracking. Oh, the app.
Yes.
But that doesn't mean
I just bumped it up by one. We're cheating.
66% of the listeners are in this room.
That's
Go
awesome.
bitches. Go bitches.
I go on the radio show just so I can hear myself.
Yeah, right. That loop was awesome. Oh, I know what I did. But hey. All right. What do you think? You think I should one, we should have a hell of a lot more bedding.
Yes, we are.
Just sitting around the house getting drunk.
Yeah, I got several. Well, I don't know. There are some pretty cranky ass people.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know. Yeah, it's real when I get pissed off.
Well, yeah, but I mean, like that thing with
Yeah.
I think I should.
Yeah.
don't want to do that though. I want to. I don't. We used to.
I am. Yeah.
Yeah. We used to do this thing called Angry Grandpa. Everything. Riding down the street.
Oh, Mike's twitching. Mike's twitching.
Yeah. And people would go, "It's Angry Grandpa." Beat your mom.
6 o'clock, buddy. Your ass is in bed. Don't worry about that slapping you here.
All right, let's go back to work.
Your mom likes it.
Hey, it's the world according to Mike Military Mike. Did you hear what I said before? The man, the myth, the legends.
I kind of like that.
Often often duplicated, never. No,
never intimidating, often duplicated.
There we, yeah, something with those dated things. Never dating. Go ahead and throw that shit out there. I couldn't keep a damn girlfriend if I wanted to.
What is that? What is that website now that's like out the Alabama one?
Herpes Online.
Cousins. something cousins.
Let me tell you something. Things are so bad in my relationships that I can't even date cousins. That's bad.
Wow. Yeah.
That's bad.
Like when you're not even invited to your own family reunion.
Yeah. Yeah. Well,
at your house.
No, that's funny. See, that's funny. Yeah, things are so bad right now that on our YouTube page, it says 0 viewers, and both of us are hooked up watching it on our phones. So, I mean, figure that one out. I mean,
we went into the negative numbers.
I've never seen -4 viewers before. What does that mean? So I guess I'm just going to have to start being, I have been kind of jaded. I mean, I didn't have like my junk goldened like those knuckleheads that were dying, but yeah, hey, I'm going to dip my junk in some hot gold. That's brilliant. So maybe I shouldn't be quite so jaded anymore. I have been holding back a lot.
I have a friend that reminds me that what he told me today. He was telling me that he was going to get his teeth capped in gold and maybe get like a Mercedes emblem or something.
Yeah,
and then he's like, no,
stupidest damn thing.
I'm just gonna have my initials
stamped in just in case he forgets, right?
And I was like, you do realize that the name he goes by is Big Jim. So I don't know if BJ is what you want to advertise in the front of your mouth.
Insert here. Your ad here. That's what I've always thought would be a good tattoo. Your ad here. How many tattoos you got? If you have to count, it's just sad.
I got 5.
You have 5. You know how many I have?
How many?
None.
0?
None.
0.
No,
you need a tattoo.
I do. I have 2 that one is done as far as what I want. The other one, I'm having a little trouble because the scroll, the little ribbon, I need to put this saying that's in Italian in the ribbon. I'm having a little trouble jockeying the words around so it looks right. It kind of looks kind of sloppy. And I really would prefer not to have that jailhouse tat look, You
need to go to a professional.
Oh, well, you know what? DJ Scotty's got 2 folks he was talking about, he was showing me, and they really do great work. Have you ever seen like those 3D tattoos? Now, I mean, it's not something I'm interested in right now. I imagine it's very expensive, but wow, man, I saw one the other day. It was on the back of a guy's leg, and I thought its leg was a prosthetic leg. It was that good.
I've seen them. They are fantastic. I would love to do that. I can't afford that anymore.
Yeah, I don't even know how much tattoos cost. How much would a tattoo about the size of my phone cost?
This one, I think this one only cost me about $140, $150.
$140. Jesus.
It wasn't bad. And the guy was
3
really
letters and a number. How long did that take? 20 seconds?
No, 45 minutes. There's a lot of fill-in with colors.
Well, yeah, I don't like the animated. Looks like Disney Walt Disney had sex with my arm or something.
Yeah, the first one I got only cost me $40.
There you go. Now you're talking. I bet you that looks like a jailhouse.
And honestly, it does. It's a little stick figure guy.
Why are you doing? Well, don't ever look. Listen to me. Listen to me. Never. If you're watching YouTube, which Apparently nobody is. Never hold your hand
viewers.
up to your fingers like that going, it's that, yeah,
It's
men
this
don't like that.
big.
Men don't respond well to that.
Well, it's a small.
Now she doesn't know what to do with her hands.
I can't talk. I'm a talker. It's a small stick figure man pushing a lawnmower. That was the first tattoo I ever got.
Can I, may I ask the
obvious?
No, the reason behind that?
Okay. My mother sent, oh my God.
Here we go.
She sent me an email of all of these jokes, and one of them was a picture of that tattoo. And I thought, that's absolutely hilarious. So I went right down to the tattoo shop. I went and got the tattoo. A couple of days later, when it's all healed up, I go back to my mother's house, and I'm standing there, and I told my mom, "Hey, remember that tattoo you sent me? The picture?" And she's like, "Yeah." And I said, "Well, I got it." And my dad just happened to be walking by at the time. He said, "You've got a tattoo? Show me." And my mother looks at him dead in the eye, and I look at him and say, "I don't think so, Dad." My mother says, "Get your ass in the kitchen."
Oh, wow.
So I had to go into the kitchen and pull my pants down to show my mother my tattoo.
Well, that's got Alabama written all over it, doesn't it?
Pretty much.
Do you know anybody from Alabama?
I know people that live in Alabama, but I've never actually met anybody who was from
Yeah,
Alabama.
it's kind of like people that work at Kmart. I mean, they can be wearing the smock, a name tag. Hey, do you work here? No. And same thing with Alabama. I don't trust people from Alabama.
I don't know what. Well,
Man, I don't trust them.
No.
People from Alabama scare me.
Okay.
Is there a phobia?
I don't know. I never actually ever stopped for very long in Alabama. Like,
I don't
maybe
blame you.
I stop, get gas, keep going.
Yeah,
I'm headed to Louisiana. I don't
Kind
know,
of like Taco
Mississippi.
Bell. Stop, eat at Taco Bell, get gas. Keep moving. You know what?
Welcome to Moe's.
Yeah. There's another thing I don't trust. I don't trust restaurants that have now combined themselves with gas stations. Just don't eat at those places.
Like McDonald's and Subway and
yeah.
But come on now, now Baskin Robbins and Dunkin' Donuts being mixed together. That's a doable thing.
That's not really a restaurant. I mean, it's kind of like Baskin Robbins. I remember when Baskin Robbins was either a mom and pop or Baskin Robbins for ice cream.
Yeah, 41
was
flavors.
31. 32?
32?
31.
Something like that.
Yeah, well, what the hell,
Too
right?
many. Too many for kids. You go in there, it's like toothpaste. There should only be like 3 different kinds of freaking toothpaste.
You know what I used to do? There was a Baskin Robbins by where I lived in Stone Mountain. I used to walk up there. I used to get daiquiri ice because I used to think, like, hey, I'm having a daiquiri. And then I used to get those little spoons. And you know why I used to get those little spoons? No, I wasn't cooking freaking heroin at that age. Plus,
I'm
it's a plastic.
scared. You're
Plus, it's
Sicilian.
a plastic spoon. I didn't like. I'd sharpen it down like a shank. No, you can hook the spoon on your front tooth, okay, and you can hawk a loogie into the spoon, but it's still hooked on your front tooth, and then you can go like this, hey yeah, and it'll come off your tooth, and it'll flick a ball of snot 30 feet accurately.
I did not know this.
Yeah. Well, see, because girls.
I'm going to forget this in about 5 minutes.
Yeah, girls don't get that training.
No, we don't.
When we're young, you guys get pulled aside and talk about freaking
how much
Mastingale douche or whatever.
How much sugar you're supposed to put in somebody's tea.
Yeah,
pretty much. Yeah. We got all the stupid crap. You guys got all the fun.
Yeah. I know.
I never learned how to shoot a squirrel out of a tree. That would have been fun. No, I had to learn how to cross my legs so that boys couldn't look up.
Do you know how many squirrels I knocked out of trees with BB guns and slingshots that they just died?
I'm pretty sure you could probably make a good sized blanket.
Never did. I never ate the meat. Or there's probably about 400 freaking Native Americans rolling over in their grave right now about all the animals I've killed and just left there.
Yeah, well, all of mine were hit by a car, so that's a different story.
That's yeah. Hunting with an automobile is kind of unfair.
I didn't do it on purpose, and believe it or not, my father-in-law's dog, I expected him to move.
Yeah,
he didn't.
And then backing up over him, who knew, right?
Doop.
Well, I mean, you'd think he'd at least whimper.
Well, he did, and then he didn't come home for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. You ever got rid of somebody's animal? I've gotten rid of a couple of people's animals.
Not intentionally.
Oh, I have. Yeah. I've actually had one guy pay me. He said, make this thing go away. I'm like, done. $50. And he was like, $50. So, I mean, we traded out. He gave me some Coke and I drank a couple beers, waited till they went to bed and got rid of the puppy.
No, I'm an animal advocate.
Me too. I just don't like stupid animals.
Well, you would never make it into my house because they're all stupid. 5 dogs, not a one of them's going to graduate.
That was funny. My pit bull, she's brilliant. She is. She has facial expressions. She can bark and tell you what she wants. She can tell you she wants water, food, or out. It's really amazing how smart she is. When I live on an old farm and you have to walk like 18 miles to take the trash can to the road, or to check the mail.
Holy crap. Yep.
Yeah, nope. It's a walk. So I'm dragging the trash can, and the road, there's a lot of traffic, So, basically I have taught her that about, I'd say 50 feet from the road, I'll turn around and look at her and go, stay right here for a second. And she'll stay right there. She understands completely. And she'll stay right there. She wears a bandana. She's sexy hot. She gets her nails painted and all that other stuff. They need to be clipped and repainted, but so she's wearing a little American flag bandana right now. She's just adorable. And it's so funny because she tries to hide from me when we're coming back, because some of the grass out in the field is kind of long now. So she'll run out there and she'll look around to see if I'm looking at her. I'll act like I'm not, and she'll duck down like she's, like Mufasa or whatever, that damn Simba or whatever, in the Circle of Life. It's so fun because she tries to hide from me. And then she jumps up and she comes running at me. And she acts like she's going to bite you, She's, and it's like, I've hit her with a stick before. I ain't going to lie. It was an accident.
See, now she's college bound. My dogs are barely out of kindergarten.
College bound.
My dogs.
She don't want $15 an hour. So that's good.
Mala has chewed the walls.
Maybe it's because of that name. Mala?
Mala.
What's that from?
It's Chewbacca's wife.
Chewbacca from Star Wars.
Yeah.
Has a wife.
He did. Yes.
When?
Before he met Luke.
So him and Luke are dating, or
before
before
Star Wars.
Before Star Wars.
Before Star Wars.
And Chewbacca was just hanging out.
Well, you think he was just,
He was at a Wookiee bar.
Once he was in the movies, he was like all famous. Got rid of her.
He was smoking a hookah at a Wookiee bar.
He had a wife. According to the comic books, he had a wife, and her name was Mala.
Really?
Yes.
Welcome to Wow.
So this dog was a little teeny tiny little fur ball when we first rescued her, and she was nothing but hair and ears, and now she's all bigger and she's just chewing the paint right off the walls.
Oh,
she's awesome.
Yeah, that's not good. That's not good.
But she sits and she stays and she's learning all the good tricks, and she's a very smart dog, but you can't leave her anywhere. She'll eat it.
Really?
She'll eat anything.
Isn't that something? Now, my brother lives with me, or I live with my brother, however you want to say it, and his wife, and they have 2 dogs. They have a Dachshund and a pit bull. And the Dachshund spends 20 hours a day trying to hump the pit bull. It's very strange. It's like a bad cartoon. An
adult cartoon? Because
yeah. Well, we got beat up about that the other day. Jesus. I watch Brickleberry. Have you ever watched Brickleberry?
I don't watch TV at all.
You don't watch TV at all? This is Netflix, and it's Brickleberry, and it's Daniel Tosh from Tosh 2.0. Are you farting?
No,
You're farting, aren't you?
No.
Oh my God.
I'd tell you. I wouldn't even have to tell you if I did.
I was about to say. All right, so Brickleberry is an absolutely, completely stupid cartoon. It's produced by Daniel Tosh from Tosh 2.0. And it's disgusting. It's rude. There are no limits. It is South Park times 10. I would say that something is getting humped or sexually violated in every single episode. whether it's animal on animal, human on animal, animal on human, whatever. There's no topic that is protected. Politics, gay and lesbian, and nothing, black and white, nothing is safe.
Illwillpress.com.
Ill Will Press. What's
Yes.
that?
They have the funniest cartoons that I have ever seen.
Ill Will Press.
And it's Foamy the Squirrel and Neurotically Yours.
Oh, sounds like us.
Sounds
like us.
Now,
big
the
time.
squirrel is definitely a Republican. Like, he is definitely a
Wow,
Republican.
this is still in there. No, we don't want to do that. But Ill Will, what was it?
Illwillpress.com.
Press.com. We're going there and check it out.
This is definitely some adult cartoon stuff. If you haven't seen this, you just need to go there right now.
Oh wow. Well, it looks pretty cool. Nothing like what I'm talking about.
Go under cartoons.
Right there.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. We're having fun. Yeah, I don't want to play any of them because I'm not even sure if it goes out or how it works or whatever, but I see what you're talking about.
Oh yeah. 3D boobs. That one's going to be a good one.
Yeah, but see, this is nothing. This is nothing compared to what I was talking about. I'm telling you.
The squirrel tells the main character that she has a giant fat ass almost every time.
Oh God, that's nothing.
Well, I know it's not like
This is just like so far. It's when you first the very first episode. I was trying to show my son the very first episode, and within the first 3 minutes, all it basically shows is every animal in this little national park called Brickleberry humping each other.
that's awesome.
Okay, and then here's the great part:
The bear looks angry.
it is not by any means. I mean, when they're humping each other, that's just the first part because it goes way deeper.
He said,
Oh,
"Deeper."
look, it says Comedy Central cancels Brickleberry. Oh,
Oh, bummer.
every show I like gets canceled.
See, the government got involved, and now they're
Damn it,
sucking the fun
man.
right out of everything.
Have you ever watched the movie or the TV show Peaky Blinders? It's on Netflix. It's another one of those. I just started watching it. Of course, it's only got a few seasons. I love English TV.
You know, I will give the English that. They have some really, really, really funny programs.
This isn't funny. This is pretty intense. There's so many of these. There's so many shows on British TV that are really well done, you know, and they're funny. They're serious. You know, whatever you're going for. I like these type of shows because I think I really like this period of time. And that's right after the Civil War, our Civil War. Now, this is obviously in London and around London. But it's pretty cool. They smoke constantly. Everybody has a cigarette in their hand, which is probably pretty accurate for the time period. You know, right after.
Totally.
It says here it's a gangster family epic set in 1919.
Oh, well, I'm pretty
Birmingham,
sure
England.
England smelled pretty awful back then.
Yeah, they make trips into London. And it's a good show. I watched first 2 series. I guess third season's coming out. So that's pretty cool. You ever seen the movie Snatch?
No.
Oh God, are you serious?
I
know.
hate sitting down watching any kind of television programming.
You're like ADD. So
I squirrel too much to sit down and watch TV.
we're gonna get some squirrels. I had some squirrels on order. I had 3 squirrels on order for the morning show, and you know, you have to order stuff like that out of China, you know, because Americans are so, you know.
No. You can get them in Florida.
That like little stuffed squirrels.
Oh no, stuffed squirrels you can get anywhere.
No, I'm telling you, in the United States, they will not send freaking stuffed animals,
Well,
real animals.
how much were you going to pay in China? Because I'll just get some out of the backyard.
Freaking 6 yen. I don't know, 6 yen and a goat. Who knows?
I was going to get a sloth.
I love ordering stuff from China. I do. I get stuff from Hong Kong and China in Beijing all the time. I love it. I love it. Stuff's cheap. For my little micro drone, remember the one my son was flying around? We needed new blades. Okay.
Do you have Geek on your phone?
Why? I got a napkin. Yeah, I got Geek. That doesn't sound right. Yeah,
it's a gadget app.
I know. I got Geek. I tried to get hooked up with not only Geek.
This is what we should do, Mike. We should have a. I know that Alex has the tech talk, but let's try some gadgets. We'll do like a gadget thing.
I am not doing a
like
gadget
a go-go
review
gadget
with you.
Did you know that they have like a weed? They have them for selling weed.
Weed.
They have apps for selling weed.
Like dope weed. Like smoking weed.
Yeah, like pot, ganja, Mary Jane.
Hey, let's do this. Now that you brought that up, let's see if one of us can get a prescription from the VA to vape cannabis oil.
I don't think the VA will give it to me, but I can talk to my other doctor.
Yeah, but that's no fun.
I don't go to the VA. I can't. If I go to the VA,
you don't go to the
will
VA.
Die. No.
Oh my God.
I drive to the VA once a week to drop off another veteran, and then I drive back to pick him up.
You people that aren't using the VA are pissing me off.
I can't go there. It's my trigger.
But the whole deal. Come on now.
There's nowhere to park.
The system is trashed. It is absolutely broken. But there's still 20-something million veterans like yourself that haven't even registered until every single freaking solitary one of you guys is signed up over there. They're not stuck to fix the system.
I'm signed up. I can go to the VA anytime I want to, but they charge me more than what I get charged through my insurance company to go to. Who do I have? Kaiser.
Do you know that they were actually boasting about charging us for our prescriptions?
Yes.
Yeah, and they sent me to a collection agency.
I had the same problem. I would get about quarterly a statement of charges for about $300.
Yeah. They were taking my benefits.
Yeah.
My disability away.
Yes. They do that too. That's another reason I don't go.
They were bragging about it. They had posters up in the hospital. We've collected $1 billion from our veterans. You assholes.
Yeah. Yeah. I can't afford not to get my benefits payment because that's pretty much my car payment. That's all it takes.
That's what I live off of. I'm retired. I've got a case coming up with Social Security. And then I was talking with Barry this week, and I guess they passed the whole you can be on disability and get your military retirement.
Yeah, it's not. It used to affect.
Yeah,
how much
you used to get one or the other. I wonder if Standard knows that, because that's one of the things Standard and I used to talk about. Jason Standard. All right, so while we're talking, I'm looking up Veteran Affairs cannabis oil or cannabis vaping type stuff. Because I think that'd be a good idea. Because you know what? My stomach is getting ripped apart by all these drugs I'm taking.
I can't remember to take them. I forget.
I can remember to smoke some.
I'm pretty sure that because this is more of an immediate effect. This to me, it makes so much more sense. I shouldn't have to be on a medication every single day. I'm not a bitch every day, just most days. And I don't.
Well, apparently the medication is affecting you right now.
It holds me back quite a bit.
Yeah,
but I would prefer to do the cannabis oil, or shit. I'll just make brownies. I don't care. I'll be a happy fat person.
I got to tell you, as much as I take in anti-inflammatories and pain medication, I sure could use a break. Yeah. I'm taking 2,700 milligrams of gabapentin a day.
I hear about all of these medications.
That's 9 pills.
I had one of the girls show me, in a martini glass how many pills she had to take every day, and it filled the glass.
Yeah. I could add mine up, but I'd have to get my calculator out. I do take a lot, and you know what? It's hard to always have something to eat or something in your stomach. So now I've been resorting to like a spoonful of peanut butter, to have something in your gut.
And all of them have different rules. Like one, you can't take this one with that one. You have to have this one with this one.
Yep,
My whole day is scheduled around the pills.
So I can probably honestly say this is that if we do have the purge, I would stay away from the VA because I'm just going to be at the front door hacking away, baby. Hiya, waka. I'm going to cut up some of my healthcare professionals. Can I go to jail for saying stuff? Well, no. If that woman can stand up on a car and say, "Let's burn this mother down," I guess I can say so.
Yeah, and then there's the woman who said who tried to start the riot by saying all black people should band together and kill all the white people
and kill all the white police officers. Did you hear about her?
Yes.
She was in front of a judge last week.
Yeah,
apologizing.
She got nothing.
Yeah.
So there's no laws in this land anymore. You can do whatever you want. You feel free.
I know.
Do whatever you want.
The world according to Mike, you see what I'm saying, is I have a whole different opinion about a lot of this stuff. I really do, because I just feel like people should one, mind their own damn business. I think that would be a beautiful thing.
Yep.
If people would just shut their hole, mind their own business. Now, here's another one. Here's another good one. Is if you've got something to say to me or about me, say it to me. I mean,
Really?
So yeah, here it is. I know it's a little bit of a contradiction there. Mind your own business, but if you do get into my business and you have a problem with me, well, bring it to my attention. And I tell you what, if you don't vehemently go after me, if you don't come at me, in an aggressive manner, we can talk about it. I don't really care if people don't like me, though.
There's a good chance that if you're standing in front of me and you say what you said just hurt my feelings, there is a good chance. Well, you got a 50-50 chance, really. A 50-50 chance of me saying, you know what? I'm sorry. Maybe I did go too far.
Yeah.
And I'm sorry. If I like you, that's what I'm going to say. If you're a complete douchebag and you honestly came by whatever it is I had to say about you, I'm going to say, I don't give a shit.
Yeah.
That's how it works. Now,
I said this earlier, and I got a lot of flack for it, but I kind of said Trump is kind of I feel Trump is bringing this out in people. It's kind of bringing a different air of awareness where people are getting more vocal.
A lot of people are waking up to this. A lot.
Where do you think that's coming from? You think it's coming because politics? In my illustrious years, I have never. No, you could add up every election cycle or campaign or debate before the current ones, and it still wouldn't be as much attention as this current one's getting.
Absolutely. I don't want to say that Trump is the reason, but Trump is the reason. He honestly,
I swear it is.
We finally have somebody political and in the public view who is saying all of the things that everybody, not everybody, at least 50% of us want to say. We want to stand up and we want to say, you know what? Enough is enough. We've had it. I'm tired of having to cross my fingers and sit quietly because I'm trampling over somebody else's feelings.
Yeah.
And meanwhile, I'm the one who's suffering because this person's feelings apparently have taken up the entire fucking room. I've had it. I'm tired of it. Your feelings end where my feelings start.
Wow. I think that's the exact same thing Scotty says. Well, he kind of changes it up a little bit and talks about his rights, like his First Amendment right, Second Amendment right, that kind of stuff. Yours ends where mine starts. That's
a movable object.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. It's got to be fluid, and there's give and take. I mean,
the more you cry, the bigger my space gets because I don't want you anywhere near me.
I've gotten that way. You know, I hate to say, God, that just sounds terrible, doesn't it?
Is
that wrong?
No, I think that's why I'm becoming more antisocial, is because I have been seriously kicked off of like 72 Facebook pages because every day somebody will say something so completely and utterly stupid that I just cannot control it. Chihuahua. Learn how to spell it. If you own a Chihuahua, it's not that difficult. Say it in your head. Chihuahua. That's how you spell it.
My God.
Do not spell this Chihuahua, Chihuahua, Chihuahua.
That's our fault, though. Variable speed. That is our fault.
Chest of drawers, not a Chester drawer. I don't give a crap what pants he's wearing.
Our children are no longer held to a standard. I swear, I watched a video probably a year ago about a teacher talking about core math, right? Core curriculum. And she was talking about math, and she was actually talking to a group of teachers. And she said, it doesn't matter if they get the right answer, just so long as they show and can explain their work. And there was about 5 teachers in the camera looking at the camera going,
numbers are numbers. They don't change.
Yeah, but these, I mean, come on. Okay, see, like Trump now, Trump is, he is, literally he's won from the beginning. There might have been a little close stumbling somewhere, but for the most part, since he said, hey, I think I might do this president thing, he's been in the damn lead. So, of course, now everybody finally, Cruz and Kasich, they dropped out of it. Here and Romney's over there rattling his cages, his samurais.
My God, he's
Romney, I got an idea. Admit, baby, I got something for you. Shut up! You're an idiot. You couldn't do it. Just shut up. You hold no freaking weight. You don't have a dog in this fight. Shut your hole.
And the more you cry, the less we like you.
Oh God, I'm serious. Okay, so now they're like, they want Trump's tax returns. Why?
Who gives a crap?
I don't
care.
Does that make a difference? He filed them.
He obviously makes enough money that he has paid for his own campaign. He flies his own jet, and he's not out there begging like that, that bag lady Hillary Clinton.
Yeah. Well, he does get money. Yeah, he does get money from places. It's not 100% fully funded, but for the most part it is. And he never said, I will fund every single solitary penny of my own campaign.
No, but he hasn't had to because the news media has paid for it themselves.
Well, he
doesn't have to say anything.
The TV time, which I think is awesome. Now, here's the part that kills me. He keeps saying, I'll release my tax returns. Okay, here's the deal. All right. He has filed his taxes. If he hasn't, as well as I know, the IRS would be on the front page of every
IRS
news.
has got no leg to stand on after they let Sharpton go and all of these other guys that owe millions of dollars. I don't care.
If we're going to talk about transparency, I got an idea. Why don't we talk about Hillary Clinton's transparency?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. If I hear this woman say one more time that she did not receive or transmit. And you know what, folks? And not sure how many people are listening or watching, but listen to me. Listen to the words that she is saying. It is prepared. She is sneaking around what she's saying. She's saying, I never received anything that was classified. Well, she was the Secretary of State. I'm thinking everything she received from the White House, from the CIA, from the FBI. I am thinking whether it was classified, whether it said
the only thing
top
that's
secret,
that can be done here is that when these emails came in marked classified to her office, it was scrubbed to not say classified and then forwarded to her home. That's all she did. She just erased that little part that says regarding, where it says classified, regarding, classified. Well, that's all she did. Erase that shit.
The words that she is using, the actual verbiage that she is using is prepared. She is skating around the actual terminology is all she's doing. Okay,
she's done that her whole life.
Yes. Did you ever hear the thing about the young lady that was raped and Hillary represented the guy
Yes.
that did it?
And laughed about how it was her job
Yeah,
to represent the man, whether she knew he was guilty.
Okay, so how come that video, and I've heard that, now I don't know who the young lady was or where she is or anything else like that. If I was her, I'd be on center stage, but I understand why she's not, because pretty much anybody who confronts the Clintons or speaks out about the Clintons, well, quite frankly, they end up dead, missing, out in the middle of the desert with their car riddled, with bullets or whatever. And all these are true stories. Snope if you want to, or freaking fact check if you want to, but there are plenty of more than what I would refer to as normal situations where people around the Clintons have had
untimely deaths
or, bad things happen. All right. So
the Clintons are the new mob.
Yeah. Do you know any Democrats? I mean, that can carry on a conversation. I think that's the biggest problem I have is I can't.
No, because once I identify them as a Democrat, I can't.
Yeah.
Now I think Pat's parents lean towards the Democratic. They voted for who we have now, but they refuse to vote for Hillary.
I don't understand that. I don't know. You know what? I honestly do not understand. And
my mother-in-law is she's a very intelligent person.
Right. And you know what? I would think across the board, and I think Alex at one time had done some research on it, and it said basically the average intelligence or the average level of continuing education or education past a high school diploma, the Democrats had a higher percentage of what we would refer to as educated folks, Well,
I think what it is they do see how parts of socialism could work. Parts of.
Mm-hmm.
But the bigger picture is what a lot of Democrats seem to be missing. Like, these things sound really good. We really want this. Okay, well, how are you going to fund that? How are you going to pay for that? How are you going to manage that over time? And then the bigger picture is what everybody else is saying.
You're asking that question. I really do. Why aren't they asking that question?
They don't want to. They don't want to know. These are the sheep of the planet. I hate to say it that way, but it's the truth.
I get called that almost every day. I get called either a sheep or I get called a Trumpster. Okay. Almost every day.
It's two sides of a coin, but you need both. We do have to have a good mixture of both.
Yeah.
And we're not getting that.
Well, you know what I've been getting here lately is once again, Trump is, people will go, well, what does Trump say about this? Or what's his opinion on this? Or what's he going to do about that? I don't know.
I don't.
Am I as guilty as the Democrat who's not asking the question about how we're going to fund something?
It doesn't matter who we put in the office. Honestly, it does not matter who we put in there. And it doesn't matter what he says or what he thinks, because right now he doesn't have all of the information that he's going to need when he gets into office. He may change a lot of things that he talks about now when he gets into office.
I mean, do you agree? I mean, now I've been around for a little bit. I have heard, chicken in every pot, car in every garage, from a long, long time ago, from a galaxy far, far away, when Chewbacca was actually married. So welcome to Mars. They never fulfill their campaign promises. And
he has not promised anything. And I think that's where he's going with this. He's not going to blow smoke up our ass. That's basically that's his platform. You know what?
Yeah, but a giant wall.
Why not?
He's going to kick all the Muslims out of the country. He's going to kick all the illegal aliens out.
He's not going to be able to do that all at once.
Yeah.
So, he's going to have to come up with a plan. He's going to sit down.
Carter.
And he's going to figure out, well, how long is it going to take to build this wall?
Yeah. That wall is, that wall is such a parable. Did I say that right? Parable. There we go. That wall is such a parable as far as, you know what? I don't even know if the guy actually, I do understand the fact that he's going to make it tougher to get in this country. Thank you, Jesus. Because, you know, there's so much that until you've lived in a community or worked in a community where you have seen the illegals just overtake a situation to where, you know, I worked in pawn shops. I was a pawnbroker, and they come in and, you know, the state says, hey, you got to have a legal ID, you know, and this is what legal IDs are, because you got to take a picture of them now, you know, everything's got to be documented. And they come in, they want to do a loan or something like that, and you go, okay, can I get your ID, please? And no ID. You know, it's like, no loan. You know, it's.
If you can't come into the country the legal way, which would start you off on, okay, this person coming in respects our laws. Now, if you're just walking across the border and giving us the middle finger, just coming into the country, does that make you think that they're going to respect any other laws?
No,
they have.
And then,
it's no respect.
How is this to help me if I'm wrong? But how is it that you can come into our country illegally, commit serious crimes over and over and over? How does this happen? Come on now. I mean, geez, if I had a felony on my record, I probably couldn't even get a damn job if I wanted one.
My biggest problem is, why are you leaving the country of Mexico to come to America to make it Mexico? If your country is that great, go back.
Nah, they don't care about that. That leads up to the whole flag thing too.
Let's not even go to the flag, because if I can't even.
Well,
I can't even.
Look, here's the deal. You know, our court system, our judicial system said that, hey, you know, doing whatever to the flag is doing whatever to the flag.
I'm going to burn every flag I see except for the American flag.
If they, and you know what, I don't even know really where that came from. I apologize. Not that smart when it comes to this, I guess. But if somebody said that it's okay to burn the flag and stomp on it and do all that other stuff, what the hell were they thinking? Why couldn't they just say, no, you can't do that and be heroes? It was just like Cruz, just cruising Kasich, trailing behind Trump, just being dickheads. Okay. Why do that? What is the purpose of that? I mean, I'm a pain in the ass, but that's because I'm a grumpy old guy. You spend as long as I did in the military and having to deal with that nonsense. I mean, I know privates that were smarter than generals. I know generals that were dumber than privates. I know generals that were brilliant. I mean, I know captains that were freaking off the chart smart that should be in charge of the entire freaking military. That got
lieutenants
reprimanded.
Who couldn't find their own butts with a freaking GPS
lieutenants
and a map.
Lieutenants that are doing land nav in Alaska, and about 3 hours into it of me throwing my hands in the air going, you are correcting for the magnetic variance of 28 freaking degrees, and him leaning over to me when he's looking at the map going, I swear to God, if you will get us back on track. You know, it's like, yeah, well, what about 3 freaking hours ago?
You see this plant right here, sit right next to it, because you are going to replace the oxygen.
And you know what? I was enlisted and I became an officer, and I was smart enough to go to my unit here we go. I was smart enough to understand, you know, that I shouldn't go in there and try to do it. Thank you for calling Just for Fun Radio. We're currently live on the World According to Mike. And this is Military Mike. What can I do for you? Go ahead, caller.
Hey, what's up, Mike? This is Captain Kicks.
Hey, what's up there, Captain?
What are you talking about tonight?
Well, right now, I'm babbling aimlessly about the fact that
people are stupid.
Yeah, that the people running our country should really. I don't know how they pass stuff like destroying the flag is not against the law. How allowing
whoops, forget about it. Hey, listen. your objective right now is that if we don't take Saudi Arabia, the other countries are going to.
Well, I was kind of talking about the American flag right now. Saudi Arabia is Saudi Arabia.
The American flag. The American flag is dust right now. You got people burning it.
Yeah, but the what Supreme Court, Congress, so it would be Congress, right? Congress said it's okay. Congress said you are not breaking any laws by desecrating the American flag.
Freedom of speech.
Freedom of speech.
And that's backed by the Constitution, my friend. But what is going on is you are being infiltrated and taken over.
By the flag.
Well, I mean, blatantly, they said Saudi Arabia, 28-page report. What it is, let me break it down in a nutshell for you.
All right.
Okay? All right. Saudi Arabia, the ambassador, he funded the money for the 20 hijackers, 911.
Okay.
All right. So he is connected to King Salman, Salman. That's the king of Saudi Arabia right now. Okay, they're losing big time. Got to wake up.
Losing
okay?
what? Losing
it's
what?
It is going to get ferocious. It is going to get heinous here because even your president, dictator, stood up and said, if we allow them or us to sue them, they can sue us. And that is correct because you were thwarted and diverse into attacking Iraq and Syria, Ukraine, Yemen, and Afghanistan, and Africa, and Somalia, and such. And Romania, parts of Al-Bashar. And you were converted into that. It's a big lie.
I maybe it's me, maybe it's late, maybe I don't get enough sleep. You have lost me.
Okay, well, look at it this way. You need to call your congressman in your district.
Okay, and tell him what?
At the federal level.
Right.
Right.
And
plus
tell him
your
what?
State representative, so that he pounces on them too, that they released a 28-page report because they don't want to release it because that's what it's going to tell you.
Okay, but I mean, what's that going to solve?
It's not. All right, I say this. How about this? In restitution, they sell us a barrel of oil for $1 a barrel for the next 20 years.
Well, how about this? How about we just get away from fossil fuels?
If they want to go that route, wait a sec. These are the people that started all this crap.
Okay.
And they're still funding every faction out there. Every video is proving it. I mean, the weapons cache, the provisions, the money, everything is pointing to it. It's our equipment. It says Saudi Arabia, Emirates of Saudi Arabia on the packaging.
I'm not sure how that they're being able to fund all of this stuff when right now they are in a financial crisis.
Listen, if you try to shoot an AK-47 all day long, it costs you about $1,000. Okay, you can't afford that. And the only people that can is your king daddy that owns you outright. I sent you the information, Michael. I sent it to you. I told you. Saudi Arabia owns you. Who's king daddy of UN?
Well, I just don't
Saudi
understand.
Arabia.
Yeah, and what is it that they own about me? Because
they own you outright, man. They would love to have you relinquish your weapons like Australia did. Can you believe that?
I mean, I know that Australia's done it. I don't know the grounds that it occurred on, but I just don't think they're going to be able to take the weapons out of the hands.
Either hold them accountable for 911 or attack them and take the oil. Either or. If you don't do it, the other countries are.
I say we figure out a way to stop using fossil fuel.
That would
you're
kill
way
them.
behind that. Let me tell you something. Fossil fuel, and I can do it right here in my place. That's obsolete 50 years, 70 years ago.
Yeah.
Come on, you got self-perpetual motors now.
I know, but that's what I'm saying. If we get rid of the need for a fossil fuel, then we pretty much cut Saudi out of the picture.
You got to get rid of the people pumping the oil.
Well,
before you do that, because they won't even let you patent pending anything like that.
Yeah. I mean, and the motor companies aren't going to allow that. GM's got Hitman.
It's like this. If you wake up and smell the roses, the coffee, and everything, your enemy is your freaking government, your establishment. Oh, what is that? An oxymoron? Oxymoron is a self-play kind of a satirical thing. Like, so, all right, they're 19, 20 trillion plus in the whole, and they're established. That does not compute with me. Not at all. Establishment means you're well off. You're in the black, not the red.
Okay.
All right. We pump out 500 million cash a day. They make 1 billion cash a day. And they're fixing to dump our currency and threatening us to sell off. Oh my God, you better wake up, man. It's going to get so damn bad.
Well, okay, describe bad.
The rest of the world is already way more in tune on it than you are.
Just describe bad for me. What do you mean by it's going to get bad? You're talking about the price of gas? Or...
Your dollar ain't crap. Because you're not, they think, see, a long time ago, all oil, which is the main commodity of the world, had to be dealt with USD. Well, see, any country that stopped using our currency, we go to war with. We kill them. And that was Iraq. That was Muammar Gaddafi and such. Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
but
so
you're still not
blatant, man. Even Putin is making jokes about it.
I know, but here's what I'm saying is describe. You're saying it's going to get bad. It's going to get heinous. What do you mean by that? What is what's the thing that we're going to be able to see or deal with, or what can we prepare for?
One Friday, you might wake up and you can't get your money out of the bank. You can't pay no bills. And they're going to freeze it. And they'll say, we're going to freeze it till Monday. And then all of a sudden, it's going to be, no, we're not going to freeze it till Monday, and crash. And they don't care about you.
Oh, I know that.
Are you freaking kidding me? Do you think that Hillary Clinton cares about you?
No.
I think she likes me.
Do you think that Bernie Sanders cares about you? No, he's a parasite. These are people that are parasites, and they're just chopping on the stupidity of the American people. The American people are so dumbed down. I heard your morning show today, opiates and opioids. Forget about that, man. They dump so much shit on you. It's unbelievable.
Okay. So, I mean, but still, you said that I may not be able to get my money out of my ATM or something like that.
They would prefer you fucking dead. Okay? You're white. You're a cracker.
I know,
okay?
but I'm still not.
I guess too much. You cost too much.
I know, but ain't nobody killed me yet. I mean,
well, hey, Mike, you know, you're one of the lucky ones. Me too. You know, well, we got our blessings, so thank God for that. But let me tell you something, man. There's millions out there. I'm in a good area. I saw this coming a long time ago. I knew what was up, man. How could that sheriff? The sheriff thinks he's a constitutionalist, but he lets a million illegals in. So he's aiding and abetting drug cartel, and he's aiding and abetting human trafficking, and he's aiding and abetting human, child pornification. All that. Man, give me a freaking break. Your sheriff's dog doo-doo.
Which sheriff are we talking about?
All of them. There's only about 50 of them nationwide that have already claimed war against Obama and everybody.
Okay,
go online, take a look, man. Let me tell you something. Sheriff is the man of the law. Okay, if he's in the constitutionalist and he doesn't know the Constitution like the back of his hand, then bye-bye. You don't answer questions, you don't get elected. You don't do things, you don't stay in office.
Now, you're talking about like a county sheriff, correct?
Yeah, what do you call? They're a bunch of dog doo-doo. Man, they are dog. I tell you what, they can get in front of me, and I'll tell you what, I'll put them in the dust right away. I'll make them felons right off the bat. Felons. All right, I tell you what Hillary Clinton did, what Obama did, and what George Bush did. I just told you. Saudi Arabia committed 9/11.
Okay.
With the help of these people. Okay, therefore, it is dereliction of duty, obstruction of justice, and no Homo sapiens is above the law. You copy me 5 by 5. I'm telling you right now, stop the fucking bullshit, okay? Because you need to be taking a noose to your sheriff and tell him, if you don't put an APB on them right now, you're going to prison or you're going to go to jail, whatever, and you might get killed for high treason because it is federal and national and international. Murder is the same thing here as it is over there. You copy that?
Have you tried
to attack the fucking wrong country?
Have you tried to do any of this?
Saudi Arabia tricked you into thinking that it was Saddam Hussein. Even FBI has already put out a statement stating that Osama bin Laden did not commit 9/11. Where are you going now?
Well, didn't Osama bin Laden get on TV and say he did?
No, he said exactly this, Mike. He said, I am attacking because I went to the Saudi royalty. He said Saudi royalty. Look at the video, transcribe it. You speak Arabic. All right. He said, I went to the Saudi royalty and he said, I have $300 million and I have a military almost several 100,000 strong. I will attack and defend Kuwait. And that was the first, on Desert Storm. And Saudi government said, no thanks, we'll let America do it. Oh, man, you guys have been played so fucking hard, man. That's why you got a bunch of dumb shits walking around all, go look around, okay? Go talk to your local people and stuff and see how stupid they are.
I hear you.
Because they've already stated this. This stuff has been stated on national news. And the American people are so stupid, so ignorant, so mentally impaired that they don't even wake up. As a matter of fact, they did a poll. Psychologists did a poll, and 30% said, let's move on. I say you sell us a barrel of oil at $1, okay, for the next 20 years, and you've got to pay restitution elsewhere too, because you got other countries you screwed around with.
Now, is there a specific?
There is no diplomatic reasoning.
We killed.
Like I said before, politicians start wars. Men do not. Politicians are not men. I'm in my politician's face like you wouldn't believe. Mano y mano. No violence. What are we going to do about doing it and fixing it? Because if you don't, we go in mano y mano the badass way. And I will punch your lights out.
Mine? I didn't.
Man, I'm telling you what. I've lived over half of a century. And I'm telling you right now, I'm not an old fogey. I'm not an old bitch, whatever. But I'm telling you right now, your government is a piece of shit.
Is it our government or is it your government too?
No, it's your local government. It's every one of them. It's every one of them. Those type of people. Take a look at them. Take a look at them. All right? What they're doing. You're a slave. You slave to the grind.
All right. Hey, look, it's 2100, man. It's time for me to kind of close my show up. I appreciate you calling in.
I appreciate you accepting my call, Mike. And listen to what I say. I'm telling you, I spend a lot of time on this. Yemen is kicking Saudi Arabia's ass, and there are going to be other countries going in to take it over. They're hitting with inside now.
Yeah.
So if we don't take it, if we take Saudi Arabia, we take the oil, we're King Daddy again.
Yeah, my personal, and you know what? I actually had a woman I was going to be talking to tonight on the air, but something came up.
And I don't have any bad problems about it because they're the ones that committed 9/11. And there's no two-party system. That's why you want to vote Trump.
Oh yeah, I mean,
trust me,
I'm a Trumpster.
I mean, I work with billionaires and millionaires, and I'm telling you right now that some of them, they're very embarrassed right now.
Oh, I can imagine. Yeah. All right. Hey, yeah. I need to shut this bad boy down. Get some sleep. I got to be back for the morning show. I appreciate you calling in.
5x5. Thanks for accepting my call.
Yeah, no sweat. See ya.
Love you, not above you.
All right, man. Out. Woo! There you go, folks. Today has been quite the call, and you know what? I'm thinking, when you start listening to these folks, there's a lot of people that are pissed off at our government. You think it'll change? You think it'll get better? You think it'll get worse?
I think it's going to get worse before it gets better.
Okay.
It's going to get worse right before elections, and then after Trump takes his office.
You see any violence in the streets?
I see some.
Do you really?
Yep. There'll be some rioting at first.
Black and white? Democrat, Republican? What do you think?
I think it's going to be World War freaking III.
Really?
I'm looking forward to it.
You think against the Muslims, against the Mexicans, what?
I think it's going to be a little bit of everything. It's going to be small pocket wars here and there.
But no Red Dawn kind of stuff.
No, not Red Dawn, but kind of like
Scotty was talking about Red Dawn kind of stuff. You know what? I think Putin might be planning that in the back. I think Putin.
He's not going to do anything until he knows for a fact that the government has taken all our guns.
I got to tell you, man, Putin's a little badass, man. Putin's bad news. You know, Saudi Arabia ain't never been, our best friend. That's for damn sure.
Have they ever been our friends?
Man, I tell you what, years and years ago, they're so rich, or at the time they were so rich that they really were just duping us into Desert Storm, Shield.
But they are broke now. They are going to other countries for loans.
Man, I got to tell you, these folks would talk about us doing stuff, about the Americans doing stuff and missions and stuff like that. And talk about us like we were But you know, have you ever had an exterminator come to your house?
Yeah.
And you're like, hey, there's bugs over there. You need to spray over there. That's kind of the way they treated us. Like
Yeah.
we are the exterminators. Like we were going to do their dirty work for them.
Well, come on. I mean, we are the rednecks of the planet.
Yeah. You know, we're the Yankees. We're the Cowboys.
We're that cousin that you just don't ever really want to show up to the reunion, but they do anyway. That's us.
Me. What'd you say earlier? I don't get invited to the reunion and it's at my house. I hurt my feelings. If I had some, right?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I kind of understand where he's coming from. You know, that missing documents, those pages from the 9/11 report and all that other stuff. That is kind of interesting. But you know what? It could be all just crap. And it's probably going to point out somebody in the Saudi family because most of those guys were Saudi Arabian. I mean, they were, you know, so
look, if you're in Afghanistan and you're living in a cave and you can't afford shoes, but you have like 3 RPGs propped up against the door like walking sticks, those things came from somewhere. And I'm pretty sure it was funded. And, you know, I mean, these things don't just drop out of the sky.
Yeah. And I mean, that was some hellified planning. So that, and then, you know, you go back to the guy this morning, Minnie Thin, and, you know, grassroots in the woods, sitting on the back of his pickup truck, singing about, you know, actually it sounded kind of like rap, but I'm sure it's called something else when a white guy does it. But, so that was kind of strange. Listening to that and then listening to him on the phone. God, people sound, you know what? I'm an angry old man, but for the most part, I'm not going to attack the government. You know,
I mean, our government sucks, but it's still our government. It's like having that stinky old dog on the front porch. I mean, you know, it's
still
ugly.
my dog.
You know, it's ugly as hell, and it doesn't do anything, and it brings fleas home, and you don't even really want it in the house. But it's yours.
Still my dog.
It's still my dog.
Still my dog. My tits are down here. Yeah. Well, that was an interesting evening. I appreciate you coming out for The World According to Mike.
Me too.
Did you have fun tonight?
I have fun every night.
We had a meeting before the show tonight. We're going to try a little bit different formatting next week. So if you would, if there's anybody left, a couple people watching YouTube, it might be us.
I think one of them's me.
We're going to push it pretty hard this week. We're going to see if we can't build up some more subscribers on our YouTube channel, and we'd really like some more people. We're probably going to break the show up into 2 parts, and because I know a 2-hour show is hard to watch on YouTube. We're going to try to schedule some more guests. We'll have and they'll be coming on. You know, the first part of the second part, the first part of the second part. Yeah, that makes sense. Around 8:00. We're going to try to have some different sequencing. Be looking on Facebook for some videos. I got some haters out there. I got this one guy. He's like a terrorist, and he's putting YouTube videos out there, and he's talking trash about me. There was a woman in a burqa that was talking trash about you.
Yeah, I heard about that.
Yeah, which I thought was pretty funny. So yeah, keep your eyes open to Facebook. Hey, listen to us in the morning on the morning show with DJ Scotty. Starts at 7:30 usually, goes to about 10 usually. It's fast paced, it's stupid, and usually we don't say the word shit, pussy, fart, vagina, yeast, opioids, anal. We don't say any of that on the morning show, only on the night shows. That's Monday through Friday, 7:30 to 10. Then, of course, Monday nights we have Ladies Talk, which they won't allow me. I can't even come in the studio.
You know, if you could identify as a woman, though.
You know what? I think I should be allowed to come.
You should totally be allowed.
Food, too. Okay, so we got Ladies Talk, with DJ Smiles at 7 p.m. on Monday night. Tuesday night is
TikTok,
where I guess he talks about technical stuff. He's been blowing my phone up tonight with a bunch of side discussion thing going, which is always fun and cool. And I apologize, I missed your show last night, Alex, but I was busy doing something else. I unfortunately have kind of a job. TikTok, Xander Mac and Danny, who's adorable. I'm smitten. So they're on Tuesday nights. Then damn, who's on Wednesdays? Who's on first? What's on second? It'd be Military Mike and his variable speed co-host.
We'll try for forward next week.
Yeah, but we had fun. Thursday nights. What is it? The Rough Edge.
Rough Edge.
Rough Edge.
Not that smooth one.
With Jacob, our music guru. It's a remote, live remote outcast from Tulsa, Oklahoma. I heard the weather's been kind of sucker. Middle of our country's kind of getting whacked with some hail and junk like that.
It's just a little windy.
Yeah, and that's going to come this way, and I won't be able to fly my drone anymore. I haven't been able to fly my drone in like 2.5 weeks now.
You should come out to my house.
Day it's windy.
You should come out to my house.
I don't know what that means.
That means there's like a 20-mile-per-hour wind constantly at my house.
I had a little micro wind turbine, and I was redoing it into my electricity. But that's a story. Awesome. That's a story for another show. So what's that? Thursday. Hey, look, call in on the morning show, 678-760-1556, and tell Redneck Stephanie that she needs to have her own show.
Redneck Review.
Redneck Review. Hey, you got anything else there, variable speed?
Nope. Other than the Harley Davidson poker walk with, or the poker run. Sorry. Walk that bitch. The poker run has been temporarily put on hold. We're not going to be doing that. With Harley Davidson, there was a kind of a mix-up, and we were double booked.
Double bookage.
So we backed out graciously.
Hey, if you know a veteran, send them over to the Foxhole Sport Network on Facebook. It's a veterans community where veterans are helping veterans.
And you can say whatever word you want to. Nobody gets butt hurt.
Well,
they do, but we don't allow it.
They do. It's just 2,499 other people go, shut up.
Pretty much.
That's what we do in the military. It's called a gang rape. Okay. Hey, anything else? Captain Pat, if you're listening, we love you. I'll lick your face next week if you're here.
I wouldn't let him do that after a colonoscopy.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
Hey, we should film that.
Oh my God, it's time to go. All right, love you guys, and I'll be on tomorrow morning, the morning show, and I'll talk to you then. This is Military Mike. Mike 06 out. How about that? Y'all have a good one. We'll talk to you next week.
So we should totally do a remote for that.
God, if they're gonna touch my butt,
you're gonna touch your butt. Yep, you're gonna get spreaders.
YouTube is still on, so we gotta say goodnight. I had to stretch first. Say goodnight to YouTube.